Hey everyone, Snoodly Bob here. I'm not going to waste your time by talking too much before you get to the video. I just want to let you guys know that I'm very thankful that you've come to my channel to watch the content, and I want to draw your attention to the charities that we're raising money for, which are located in links down in the description below. Alrighty, have yourself a great day and enjoy the content. The train. Okay, it's not gonna let me look at it again. Where are my dialogues? Here it was. The hole in the window again. Cut himself when he handled it. Yeah, I think we would be fine with submitting the information that we have. Oops. But again, I'm worried if it still says ongoing, why it hasn't made me submit the report yet. Phone call! I got the ID you sent me and I found the boat. It's not that far away from you. Arrived at another harbor just a few minutes ago. I'm sending you its location, right? Oh. Saito. Hold on, I think I got a hit. Hit? On Diaz's ID chip. It got picked up just now. It's right next to the harbor where the boat docked. We definitely got the right one. Diaz passed through a train station on foot. So he got on a train. No, he was scanned at both exits. You're the closest agent to his current location. Get over there, stat. I'm sending reinforcements. Copy that. And the boat? Go after the sniper first. We can check the boat later. I'm sending you the coordinates. Get on the train now. Thanks. I'll keep you updated. Get me on the train. I gotta catch me a perpetrator. Well, it's Matuna. We can get his boat back. What's happening over there? Download me some news. Who is Joseph Banny? Garian Gazette by Nico Barron. Everybody knows Joseph Andrew Banny as one of the figureheads in the push for Drovian independence, but what kind of person is he in private? What are his fears and concerns, his goals and needs? The Garian Gazette had a peek behind the curtain. Banny was born in the late 1700s in New Joran, when his father started a new job in the mines of Sector 2. His family moved to Drovia and after barely surviving its deadly collapse, relocated again to Sector 1. In interviews and public discussions, Banny often emphasizes the exploitation his family has suffered at the hand of its colonial rulers. Like many other Savian families, he says they always struggled to make ends meet despite working hard and long hours. Banny usually fails to mention the Garian grant for Drovian talents that enabled him to study law and ultimately kicked off his career in politics. In an interview with Drovia Today, Banny declared that securing a better future for his own and all of Drovian children was his ultimate goal. He has two college-age sons, Harris and Tim, from his first wife, and a 2-year-old daughter with his new, much younger wife, Lisa Lacoste, who he met as an advisor on his legal team. A few months ago, however, rumors of yet another relationship crisis began to spread when Banny was spotted multiple times in inappropriately private settings with his secretary, Miss Laren. Oh, tisk, tisk, tisk. Oh yeah, let's party, bro. Right. Like the slummy areas. Get your hands off me! Please stop resisting, ma'am. What am I being arrested for? You have no right. I want to talk to my lawyer. Do you have a lawyer? Maybe, you don't know. Let's call them down to the station then, because that's where we're going.
No. Why are you wasting your time on me? There's a guy with a rifle around here.
Miss Grindle, there isn't. Let's go. Hold on just a second. Neil Conrad, CDI. CDI? The Central Department of Investigation? Case leads me here. May I ask what's going on?
I'm so glad you're here, sir. These two officers are making a grave mistake. The whole quarter should be locked down right now. There's a man with a rifle around here.
Miss Grindle calls us every week. Last time it was for a car that was too large for its parking spot. Before that, she called us on a street vendor because he was lurking outside the apartment block. She's been doing that for a long time. We're finally bringing her in for wasting our time.
Sir, please, you're with CDI. Your oath demands that you take me seriously.
I don't recall an oath about a Miss Grindle.
Don't you see I'm one of yours?
You're a CDI?
No, I'm an upper. I don't belong down here. Belong down here. When my husband was still alive, we had a nice place in the upper layers. It had sunlight and proper walls and no drug addicts lingering around the entrance. I'm just falling on the hard times for a while.
Enough. You've been living here for 12 years. Let's go.
Sir, I swear I overheard some dangerous people. They have a gun and some important data or something. They killed somebody already. She said, "Is it done?" And he said he's dead.
Could you tell me the story from the start, please?
I was watching something online when I heard voices coming from the apartment next door. I was surprised. It's always so quiet that I wasn't even sure if somebody lived there. It was a man and a woman, and they seemed to be fighting about something. I wanted to make sure it wasn't domestic abuse, so I turned off my program and listened. You never know down here.
What did they fight about?
I can show you. When I got suspicious, I started recording them with my cell.
You did what? That's in violation of...
Just listen to it. The things they talked about.
Could you send the logs to me?
Yes, of course.
Data. Thanks. I'd like to ask all of you to stay put until I've had a look at the conversation. You're wasting your time, but whatever. We'll wait.
Read the mail.
They really did a number on your face, but I have to say I kind of like the new look. I don't. Are you drunk? I don't have to be drunk to have an opinion on your new face. But you smell like whiskey, and what the hell happened to your arm? I cut myself. Aha, so it is a cut. Doesn't matter. Wow, this hideout's really a shithole. I've only been staying here for a few days. Where's your violin? Buddy, I gave the rifle to... Zora, listen to me. We don't have much time. I passed by a scanner on my way here. They're probably on my tail already. Fuck, what were you thinking? You're still wearing the ID chip. Why didn't you go straight back to HQ and have it taken out? Were you able to procure the data? Yeah, the old man didn't suspect a thing. What? Wait, who? Listen, you need to give it to me. The boss called and said there was a change of plan. I'll take care of the handover. I called the guy we're meeting and told him that I was coming instead of you. He seemed a bit pissed, though I think I woke him. Didn't expect him to be sleeping at 11. Okay, so that's where the phone call came from. I see. Okay. Are you out of your mind? They know your ID. They'll catch you for sure up there. I know the route you were going to take. I know how to get on and off Joris Plaza without being scanned. Why didn't the boss tell me about all this? And why the fuck did we change plans?
Not to mention, like, the politician could also be in the middle of the city.
Oh my god! Fran, like, this is the game! This is the weird game we were talking about the other day, and I still can't remember what it's called. Oh my god. That's pretty funny. Why the fuck did we do it? I talked to the boss after the hit. He told me to come get you. No idea why they blah, 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 blah. Come on, Zora, give me the stick. We need to move now. The CDI could be here any minute. Boy, you're blah, 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 blah. Let me get my stuff. Give me the stick. Fine, here it is. Where are we going? We should split up right now. Keep your head down and wait for me to get in touch. Get to the redacted. They won't be able to track me if I redact it. 8:30. Boy, you're not making all this up, are you? Are you crazy? Of course not. Now let's get this mission over with. Come on. Be careful out there, okay? We're so close to getting out of it all. You too. That's a lot of information in there. The guy's name is Boyd. The woman's... What the heck? I just got an achievement for something. The woman's name is Zora. Yeah. So, what do you think of that conversation? I need to see that room.
Can you show me to it?
See, I knew there was something fishy. Follow me.
Thank you. What's this about? What's going on? This might be important for a case I'm working on. What case? It's classified.
Follow Miss Grendel. This is where I live, and the voices came from right next door.
Thank you. Watch my back, officers. Hello? Anyone home?
Hello?
CDI, open up. You're surrounded. Come out with your hands on your head.
I don't think there's anybody.
If you're not coming out, I'm opening the door on the count of 3. 1, 2. Everybody on your knees, hands on your heads. I'm coming in. Clear. Please stay in the corridor, everybody. I'll have a look around. Oh, all right, go in.
Wait, what did I just pick up?
Excuse me, Miss Grindle. I found this key here. Any idea where it might belong?
Oh, really? Let me take a look at the tag. Apartment 9, huh? It's for an apartment in this building, but they changed the way the rooms are numbered. The tag belongs to the old system. My apartment number used to be number 4, and the one you searched was number 5. There's a floor plan over there. Maybe you can make sense of it.
Thank you. Oh, Conrad, what's going on? Hey, Gary, we just got really lucky. I think that Mrs. Grindle, she's married now. Mrs. Grindle over there called the cops on our guy. Looks like his real name is Boyd. He met a woman named Zora in this apartment here. I have parts of a recorded conversation between the two. I'm sending it to you now. Where'd you get that? Let's just say Mrs. Grindle is very interested in her neighborhood. From what I understand, the woman stole some data from an old man and gave it to the sniper. He in turn is going to hand it over to an unknown third party at George Plaza at 8:30. Good job, Conrad. I'll immediately inform the chief. We'll have to intercept that handover. Why would the sniper physically bring the data to someone, though? The only explanation I have for that is that it's tagged, that the network will pick it up as a leak. But that would mean that it's highly confidential data from the government. It's the best reason I can think of, but maybe they're just being extra careful. Hey, I found a key in the apartment the woman was hiding in. It belongs to another unit in this building. Maybe we'll find more answers there. Do you know which one it is? There's a number on it, but they changed the way the rooms are numbered. Now she's not married again. Miss Grindle said her apartment was 4, and the one next to it was 5 in the old system. There's a floor plan right there on the wall. Go take a look at it. Maybe you can figure out the way the rooms used to be numbered. I'll call the chief, bring him up to speed.
So where are we? We are currently, what? I assume we're at 21 and 22. And her room used to be 4 and 5.
What the hell would you get?
Staircase. Is it not just across like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Because if that's the case, 33 would be 9. I'm pretty sure it's that room up there. But in order to get to it, I would need to come in from the roof? I need to get to the fire escape. How? Oh,
I felt sorry for the old lady. Descending through the layers was easy these days if you didn't have one of the few jobs that still existed. Basic income wasn't enough for most people, even around here where living was relatively cheap. Although somehow our economy had never been more productive.
interesting. Okay. Hold on, I'll get you out of this. Is anyone else here? What are you gonna do to me? Are you with her? My name is Neil Conrad. I'm with CDI. Oh, thank fuck. Please, I need water. Of course, here you go. Are you hurt? I don't think so. It's very sore, and my wrist burned like fire. What's your name? I'm Lila. All right, Lila, you're safe now. Let me call you a doctor. All right, a medical team is on its way. Could you tell me what happened from the start? Yeah, okay, fuck. She was in here, she was in here, and she looked almost exactly like me. A woman was in here? Is this your apartment? Yes, I tried to fight, but she was so incredibly strong. It was like looking in the mirror, like I had a twin. She must have had some surgery to look like me. When did this happen? I came home from a client 2, maybe 3 days ago. She was already in here. I turned on the light and I saw myself sitting right over there. I barely had time to react. She jumped me so quickly, she must have some augments or something. Any idea why this happened to you? Why would she try to impersonate you? I've been racking my brain about that. Is there anyone she might be trying to get close to? I don't think I know anyone important, except for my clients, maybe. Your clients? I'm making money on the side to an escort agency, or at an escort agency, so you, I'm not a whore, if that's what you're asking. I mostly just dress well and go to dinner parties. We only have high-profile customers. I'm a student, and it's a good way to pay the bills. Maybe she was trying to get close to one of your clients, then. You think? I mean, it could be. I missed an appointment while I was tied up. I thought my boss would come looking for me, but nobody showed. Do you think she went to him? Oh no, what if she did something bad to him? You can testify that I've been in here all this time, right? Don't worry, you're not a suspect. Who was the client? A public official or something. I don't recall his name. He wanted me to spend a night at his place. Oh.
Yo, Godzilla could take him. He ain't got nothing on Godzilla.
Need to move my pocket, I think.
Don't you run away from me!
Yo, Titus. Yeah, just calm down.
There we
Dude,
go.
cool your jets, man.
Godzilla could take him.
He magically lives, yep.
Yeah, I'll defend her on her bad days. In case she came over here and shouting people out and clips and so forth. Getting that honor. Okay. My boss said he was a regular customer, but I've never met him. Do you have any more data on him? Name, address? It was all in my cell, but the woman took it. I see. Is there another way to find the client's data? We might be onto something here. My boss, the Lotus Escort Agency, has all of it. It's just around the corner. But don't leave me alone right now. What if she comes back? I'm staying here until reinforcements arrive. You won't be left alone.
Bye, bitch. Whee!
And then he goes and disrespects me like that. You motherfucker. And David Casey. Knock. Hey Gary, Lila, this is my partner, Agent Long. Gary, could you keep an eye on Lila here for a moment? I need to follow a lead to her employer. I'll explain everything later, okay? Babysitting duty, huh? Alright, I guess. Nice to meet you, ma'am. Lila, how do I find the escort agency? Just go all the way up to the roof of this building. You end up on the next highest layer, take a right, and you can't miss it. Thank you. Here's the... oh, here's... Oh. Oh, they removed it. They fixed the stairs in the very short amount of time that I went over and handled that. They fixed the stairs. Oh, there's the Lotus. Hello, sir. Excuse me. Closed. We're closed. I'm not a customer. Neil Conrad, CDI. Good morning. That's a surprise. What leads you here? One of your employees, Lila. Lila, sweet girl, nice and reliable. When did you last see her? In a while. I just relay orders to her cell as they come in. Sometimes she doesn't accept. Mostly she does. There was a client she had this week. I need to find out more about him for a case. Oh, okay. Did he do something to her? I can't tell you. Could you give me his name and contact details? Oh, Mr. Conrad, I would love to help really, but it's very important that we protect our client's privacy. I'm sure you understand. I can't risk my business like that. Please be reasonable. This is a serious matter. Okay, Mr. Conrad, I have a proposition to make. I'm putting my business at risk by helping you, but you can help me make up for the damage. There's another issue that puts me in a very uncomfortable spot right now. One of my employees quit on me despite her contract running for a few more months. I told her I needed her. She already accepted several offers over the next few weeks. We have a reputation to uphold. Our clients would be really upset if I cancel their appointments. Those are all high-class people relying on our services. I told the local police already and they wouldn't listen to me. But I have the contract right here. See? It's signed and everything. If you can get her to fulfill her duties, at least the appointment she already confirmed, then I guess I could help you too. Did she say what, she wouldn't do it anymore? You ask her? She said she's quitting and she's been ignoring me ever since. How about it, Mr. Conrad? I'll talk to her. What's her name? Sheila Nowak. I'll see what I can do, but even if she doesn't come back, you're helping me for trying. Okay, fair enough. Tell her we're good if she goes to the client she already agreed to. Maybe she'll listen to you and don't mind her family. They're weird folks, Sabians. Their unit is just below us. The fastest way down is through the big apartment building. If you're back down at the train station, you've gone too far and in the wrong direction. Be back soon. Please stay put. Let's see what else is going on. Detectiving is going pretty well. We still have a homework that's ongoing, but I'm pretty sure we could submit this. So I need to do editing too, but my editing is terrible. What the hell? Why is she just standing there? Let's see. That's basically what I do too, but sometimes I just leave the dead air in there because I'm too lazy. Don't have enough time. There we go. It's like there's got to be a connector in here somewhere, right? Oh, okay. Good evening. Sorry for the intrusion. My name is Neil Conrad. I'm with the CDI. I'm looking for Sheila Novak. She here? What do you want from her? I would like to tell her that myself, I won't just let some foreigner talk to my sister. Tell me what you want. I showed you my badge. I'm not some foreigner. I'm an agent of the state. If that Thompson guy sent you, you're wasting your time. Sheila won't go back to him. I will make sure of that. It's all right, Anthony. Let me talk to him. I can handle that myself. You won't go back to that scumbag. Don't let him intimidate you. Would you mind leaving us alone for a minute, Anthony? Sorry for my brother. He's just trying to help. Don't worry about it. So, what do you want from me? As your brother already assumed, Mr. Thompson for the Lotus Agency asked me to pay you a visit. Is that so? He told me that you refused to meet your contractual obligations. And you're trying to force me to go back? I would like to know why you won't work for him anymore. But what if I go back inside and refuse to talk to you? Then Mr. Thompson will probably try to sue you. Listen, I'm happy to help you if Mr. Thompson is forcing you to do something you don't want. And
No, he would never do that. Sure, he can be a little annoying, but he's certainly not forcing any of the girls into anything. Listen, I want to study space engineering on Femus, but I can't afford the fees. As a Drovian immigrant without a degree, it's hard to find a good job on Gara. That's why I've been working for Thompson, but now I have all the money I need. Thompson told me you confirmed several appointments for the following weeks. Why did you do that? Wasn't it obvious that you'd have saved enough by now? That's none of your business. Listen, Sheila, you can trust me, but you have to be honest with me. I didn't do anything that is against the law. Alright, then tell me. I got a call from a woman a few weeks ago. She didn't tell me her name. She promised me a large amount of money if I canceled all of my appointments for the next 2 weeks. It was so much that I didn't have to go back to Thompson at all, actually.
And you didn't find that suspicious?
Suspicious? No. I assumed that some jealous partner was behind it. Wouldn't be the first time.
You said she wanted you to cancel all your appointments the next 2 weeks. Which ones were that?
Which ones were that? Or were they? The only one yesterday. I got my friend Lila to fill in for me.
Lila, huh? Who is the client you were to see?
He's a regular. I've been going to his place every month for at least a year now.
Is he someone important?
Why do you ask? I'm sure it was some jealousy thing.
Please tell me who that client is.
I don't think I can do that. Thompson will kill me if I give out the names of our customers.
It would be really important for me to know. Maybe he is in danger.
Okay, I'll tell you if you promise you won't force me to go back to Thompson.
You did sign a contract.
You have to understand, it's always been my dream to study space engineering, but my parents... I suppose you know that Savians have their own version of science. My parents catch wind of my plans to go to a non-Savient university. They'll try everything to stop me. That's why I need to do it secretly, and Tony helped me prepare everything without them noticing. My ship to Femus leaves tomorrow morning.
Alright then, I'll try to convince Thompson to leave you alone.
Thank you so much. You wanted to know the regular customer's name, right? His name is Liam Campbell. He lives in the center.
Liam? Alright, do you know his exact address?
144 Rumpold Avenue. I hope he is alright. He's become kind of a friend.
Pretty sure he's fine. Thank you and good luck at university. Alright. See if he brought back to life. No, it's dead.
Liam Campbell. Liam fucking Campbell. It had taken a moment until it clicked because I never called him that. To me and
shit.
the rest of my division, he was just the chief. That's who the woman had tried to get close to. The director of national security at the CDI. My boss. Now what? Should I follow the chain of command and tell Gary? The chief probably wasn't too keen on everybody finding out about his habit. Maybe I should talk to him first. Then again, it might be too important for the kids.
Oh god, so
to
we
be
gotta
kept
figure out who to
secret.
tell first. Do we tell Gary or do we tell the chief? I mean, if the chief was doing something nefarious, again, no one's above the law. So... so how'd it go? I'm sorry, but Sheila won't come back. Mr. Conrad, I'm sure you're joking. I'm not. She's not coming back. But she signed a contract. I thought you were supposed to enforce the law. Listen, Mr. Thompson. This is a great opportunity for her. You shouldn't stand in her way. What opportunity? She got accepted to a university. She never told me that, and I'm certainly very happy for her. But I can't let her ruin my business. Judging by the interior, you make good money with your agency. I'm sure you can tough it out. Mr. Conrad, you're asking a lot. And I am sure I can rely on you. You're a good boss, aren't you? Alright, you win. Cops won't answer my calls anyway. Since I promised, I'll tell you the client's name. It's alright, I actually don't need it anymore. Well, alright then. Now excuse me, I need to go through some paperwork. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Yeah, so Gary's my partner. So, we don't know if Gary's involved somehow, but we do know that the chief has something to do with something or other because he's using the escort services. I am the law. Also, we are... There's Gary. Oh, shit, I warped right into him. Okay, never mind. Hey, Gary, sorry about being short with you earlier. I had to follow an important lead. Was it worth it? It was. Let me fill you in. Apparently, the woman that tied up Lila had some procedure done to look very similar to her. I suspect she impersonated her to get close to a customer. Lila told me as much. We had a little chat earlier.
I'm almost positive the client is the old man the impersonator stole the data from. The customer originally booked a different girl, but then someone paid her to cancel the appointment. Wait, why go through the trouble? Why not impersonate the original girl? I guess because she's his go-to. He knows her too well and he would have noticed it's not her. How did they know that he'd pick on an alternative and not cancel altogether? Maybe that's what he did in the past. Like I said, he's a regular. And how did they know it would be Lila? I don't think they did. The sniper said something about the woman's new appearance. Maybe they changed her looks after the appointment had already been accepted. And it healed within a few days? That kind of tech is rare. But how is any of this connected to our case other than the perp talking to that woman? I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. It seems like an entirely different operation. Any idea who the escort's agency customer is? Here's the kicker. I think it's our chief. What? The customer's name is Liam Campbell, and his address is in the right area. I need to call HQ immediately. When did she meet him? 2 days ago, I think. All right, listen up. Meet me back at HQ in half an hour. Let's get over all the facts again and get ready to intervene in the handover. I'll have Saito look into the owner of the hideout apartment. Let's sort the rest out later. Catching the sniper remains our top priority. Copy that. See you at HQ. Man, who the hell is this?
As I was making my way back down through the maze of Matuna's living quarters, I tried to untangle the threads of the conspiracy before me. Every detail I uncovered seemed to open up a number of new questions. What exactly was the connection between the stolen data and Banny's murder? It felt like there was a bigger plan underneath, like we were just scratching the surface.
Yeah. We are. Just scratching. How do I get back to the docks? Yeah, so the chief is the one that got data stolen. Get yourself some food! I just wanted to remind you to check out the Perp's boat. The harbor is right on the other side of the train station. Okay, there we go. Thanks for the reminder. I'll have a look. Take care. An ad for a bar named Red Herring. It's at the harbor just past the train station. No news. Sir, may I ask what you're doing at Matuna Harbor? Don't think I've seen you before. Good evening, sir. I'm Neil Conrad, CDI. CDI? Holy moly, that's unexpected. My name's Harry Truff. I'm with TSW. How can I help? Could I take a look around the harbor? I'm looking for a boat that could be very important for my case. I'm sorry, but TSW only allows club members and registered guests down at the pier. What about law enforcement? Right. If you can tell me the ID of a specific boat you're investigating, I'm allowed to let you in. Well, in that case, I'm looking for a boat named Berta. Its ID is 220190. Let me check. Right, that one's docked down at the pier. I'll let you have a look. Please don't touch the other boats. The day was supposed to be. Yeah. I need to talk to... Here's here. That's not... Oh, here he is. Excuse me, sir. How much to rent a berth in this harbor? It's $50 a month, $500 for a year. Oh. All right, I'll rent a spot for a year then. You? Well, I guess you'll be the type of customer management is looking for these days. I'm not renting the spot for myself. I'll send you the details about the new tenant. That works too, I guess. Dang, probably shouldn't have spent that money, but Ed's a nice guy. Hello? Neil Conrad here. What? Who is this? Neil Conrad. I'm the CDI agent we spoke earlier. I don't know no CDI agent. You asked me to help you with your old spot at Matuna Harbor. I arranged it. You're good to come back. You what? Look, if you're making fun of me, I'm not. You can return next month. I paid for a year. I'll send you the contract. Huh. Today seems to be my lucky day. Thank you, sir. You heard that, old lady? We're going back. How about in return you tell me all you know about that guy who stole your friend's boat? Right. I noticed the feller when he started the motor. He cut the rope with a knife like it was butter. And those are big-ass ropes, I tell you, tough as bones.
Did you see what the man looked like? I didn't catch a lot of details. He was in a hurry to get away. But when he started speeding away, it fell right off his head. Must have been a hat after all. Could it have been a wig? Yeah, or a wig. Whatever it was, he was bald underneath. Dang. Okay, we would have fucked it up. Are you sure about that? Yep, his head was polished like a bowling ball. Great, thank you. Anything else you remember? No, look, my eyes aren't what they used to be, and neither is my memory. That's all right. You've been a great help. Have a nice day, Ed. You bet I will. I thought he was bald, but he's not bald. Alright, so we thought his hair was red, but it's not. It's bald. What if the beard is fake too, though? Now I'm worried. There's Berta. A sink full of bristly red hair. Looks like our guy shaved his entire beard off. Okay, so he shaved it. An open first aid kit. Some untangled bandages lie on top of the other contents. Pocket laser cutting device. Its cuts leave a blue residue. So I think they probably have a cut arm. They're bald and they have they shave their beard. No, it's cut arm, viola case, or whiskey bottle. Which, to be fair, the viola case was mentioned by the pianist. The whiskey bottle was mentioned by the old lady who said, Zora said that Boyd smelled like whiskey. And the cut arm is from the window with the door. So the fact that he bandaged his cut arm makes me think it's the one that's going to stick around the longest. So that's why I think cut arm is fine. Yeah. I have a feeling he got rid of the viola case immediately, and he clearly does not have the whiskey bottle anymore. Pianist. So I think we're good if we wanted to submit that. But again, it still says ongoing, and it hasn't really said anything about making me submit. Oh. I'm confused about how the whole data files work. So we did that. Now we need to get on the train. On that midnight train to Georgia. Ooh, CDIH quarters. You ever notice that no one else ever gets off the train? We'll have to do another playthrough sometime where we got down with the news, where we smoke the entire time. Wealth gap keeps increasing. The Centrist article by Amy Mandel. A new study at the Institute for Planetary Equality has concluded that both the wealth and income gaps between Gar's rich and poor have further increased since a similar study was published 5 years ago. The disparity between upper and lower layer citizens in Gar's center districts is especially striking. In 1834, ground-level inhabitants made on average approximately 20% of an upper's income, which decreased further to a little over 15% last year. The problem is only amplified by an accelerating gentrification process that is making affordable living space increasingly hard to come by in parts of the lower layers. Those who can afford to stay are often there by choice rather than necessity, a mix of artists, surveillance skeptics, academics, and other small groups for whom the lower layers are their preferred living space. This is not to say that life for uppers is always easy. The study has also shown that the increasing disparities in CEO pay to worker pay, 400 to 1, too topical, average percentage of income that goes to rent, 40%, and other metrics affect virtually all parts of society. Damn, too real, dude. CEOs get paid way too much money for what they actually do, or the lack of what they do. Basement interrogation, second floor. What? Oh, I see. Basement interrogation, second floor unit, third floor chief, fourth floor conference room. Okay, I was like, what? Morning, Conrad. Hey, Neil. Hi, Saito. It's good to see you. This case really has me on edge. Yeah, me too. The chief wanted me to tell you that we invited 2 special guests. They're waiting for you in the conference room upstairs. Who? Why? CEOs of Millex and Dyson Enterprises. They had dinner with Banny right before he was shot. Millex and Dyson, as in probably the biggest mining companies in the world? Honestly, you probably don't even need to say mining for that to be accurate. Holy shit. Wish someone had told me earlier. I'm not exactly prepared for this. Sorry, I just got word from the chief. That reminds me, he also wants to talk to you after you've questioned them. Alright, thanks for letting me know. About to be real upset he's forgetting at me. Closed. I feel like this one's done, but I'll wait a little while longer just in case any other details randomly shift. Thanks for the welcome back, Karai. I hope you had a good break as well. What floor am I on? Chief Officer. So this is probably the chief's office. Conference room. So he wanted me to talk to him after I talked to the other people. Whoa, it just keeps going. Let's block. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm Agent Neil Conrad. Good morning, Mr. Conrad. Abbott Dyson Enterprises. Morning, Dan Kim, Millex. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's get right to the point then. I have a busy day ahead of me. Yeah, of course. The 2 of you had dinner with Mr. Banny last night, correct? Yes. And you're aware of what happened after he left? We were just told. It's terrible. It's a tragedy. Our upcoming negotiations with Banny were of utmost importance to our relationship with Drovia. Not that you had any real interest in negotiating. What are you implying? I'm not implying anything. I'm saying very clearly that you only stand to gain from this tragedy. With Banny dead, any real hope for Drovian independence goes out the window. Which means we maintain the status quo where you already have all you want. That's preposterous. Was I or was I not at the negotiation table? If everything had been hunky-dory, I would have stayed on Millet. That doesn't change the fact that the only ones who will suffer from this will once again be the Drovian people. Well, come on. As if you give a damn about the Drovian people. The only aspect of Drovian independence you care about is your prospect of selling Telenium to whoever you want. Okay, you're competitors. This is a different situation. I get it. I'm mostly interested in last night. Let me think. If you don't mind me asking, why were you at dinner with him in the first place? The mining business is an important pillar of the system-wide economy. We talk to politicians sometimes. So it was a lobbying thing. And was it just the 3 of you? Just the 3 of us and our staff. I wouldn't say lobbying necessarily, really more of a social event. Of course, you sometimes talk business at those. Imagine you do. So were there important business things to talk about? We mostly saved those for the trade summit, which I suppose will be cut short now without its protagonist. I see. Let me think. Did Mr. Banny have any enemies? Anyone who stands to gain from maintaining the status quo, I suppose. Oh yeah, or maybe anyone who's happy that all of Drovia will be really riled up over this. There was no real change that would have gotten their independence from these negotiations anyway. But maybe now they'll revolt and just take it. Ever thought about that? I don't think much about conspiracy theories, no. Nobody concrete? Maybe someone disgruntled or someone who overtly threatened him? No, but to be fair, veiled threats are much more common in politics anyway. Any veiled threats then? None that I'm aware of. Me neither. I see. Let me think. Mr. Benny seemed strange last night. Maybe on edge or paranoid? No, but I never met him before, so I wouldn't know what he's normally like. What about you, Mr. Dyson? I knew him quite well. We traveled here from Drovia on the same ship. He behaved normally last night, I would say. I see. Alright, thank you for your time. Can you give me your cell contacts? I may need to get back to you in case I have more questions. Why not? Of course, there you go. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now I have to go talk to the chief, who's gonna be pissed. Oh my god, it looks like freaking J. Jonah Jameson. Agent Conrad, I need more pictures of Spider-Man. Good morning. Good morning, Chief. Saito told me you wanted to talk to me. I do. Let's not beat around the bush. Agent Long informed me about your suspicion that a hostile power recently tried to get close to me. Do you have any reliable proof for that? I have some testimonies that point to it. That is, if you were the client after all. I found a girl named Lila tied up in her apartment. She works for the Lotus Escort Agency. She was going to meet a man named Liam Campbell 2 days ago. And that's why I thought, you know, I'll save you the headache. Yes, I am the client. What makes you think a hostile agent was involved? It seems like the woman who paid you a visit wasn't the real escort. She had a procedure done to look very similar to her. She also seems to be in contact with Banny's murderer. We have a recording of their conversation. It seems probable that she tried to take advantage of your connection to the escort agency. I see. Any idea what her objective might be? Did you notice anything suspicious when you met her? Nothing comes to mind. She didn't seem particularly interested in my professional life. Did anything go missing since she visited you? It sounds like you already have a suspicion. Out with it. The fake escort talked about some data she stole, I think from you. Is that what the sniper is going to hand over at Joris Plaza? Exactly. I don't have any relevant data at home except on my cell, of course. Maybe she got a chance to access your cell without you noticing? I will talk about that with my superiors. I understand. Look, sir, I can't help but notice that you're dissatisfied with my decision to talk to Agent Long about your involvement. I was simply following the chain of command. What should I have done instead? Keep it a secret? You could have called me before talking to Agent Long. I admit that I could have called you first. At the time, I thought I was doing the right thing. Agent Long is my immediate superior, so I reported to him first. This has been a rough night for all of us. One more thing, Conrad. You didn't talk to a girl named Sheila Novak, did you? I did. She wanted to know if you were all right. Might want to give her a call. Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. Looks like she finally has all the money she needs to go to university. That's good to hear. We have to focus on the sniper now. The handover is taking place in less than 3 hours. Let's get down to the mission briefing. They're waiting for us. How was it talking to those two CEOs? They don't seem to like each other very much. What'd you expect? Top mining guy from Drovia and top mining guy from Gara. They're probably mortal enemies. I expected them to be less open about it. You'd think that rich and influential folks would be more reserved. But the truth is, many of them are the most brazen, least classy individuals in the system. Now that we're complete, let's recap what we found out so far. Our suspect goes by Diaz, but his real name seems to be Boyd. He is still at large. He shot Banny around 1:39 this morning from the top floor of Sakura Hotel. Shortly after, he was picked up by an unknown accomplice who dropped him off at the lower layers. That's when he switched to a stolen boat as the second getaway vehicle. He docked it at Matuna Harbor, where his ID was picked up nearby a train station. He then paid a woman called Zora a visit. She seems to be involved in another scheme that might be linked to our case. Earlier this week, she attacked and tied up an escort girl named Lila Clark to temporarily assume her identity. She went to see an important client in her stead and stole some data from him. The sniper convinced her to give him the stick containing that data. He will pass it on to an unknown third party at George Plaza at 8:30. Our plan is to intervene and catch the sniper and his associates red-handed. We are going to place plainclothes agents in the cafes and snipers on the rooftops. The operation will be overseen by Agent Kumar, head of the response team. Conrad and I will be watching from the sidelines, ready to go in if needed. George Plaza is a popular place with lots of breakfast joints. It will be swarming with people. We have to be very careful not to endanger any civilians. Questions?
Okay. Into the... Shit!
Oh, the potatoes.
Can I still leave? Can I leave? I can leave, right? Yeah, why is it all weird?
How will we identify the sniper? Conrad has been collecting data on what he looks like. We have to rely on that. Do we have any details on the woman the sniper visited? Not really. She was surprised to see our perp. It seems like the meeting was a part of their original plan. We're not sure if he lied to her to get the stick. If so, it's possible that he's not planning on taking it to the handover at all. Alright then, Conrad, go ahead and submit that sheet on what the sniper looks like. Take your time to go over all the logs and evidence again. We only have one chance to get this right. Okay, I'm pretty positive I know what it is. But let's take a look here. Bert's hair is bald. He has a cut arm and his beard was recently shaved. I'm good to go on this one. I got the sheet from Conrad, forwarding it to Agent Kumar now. Let's get ready. Yo, happy birthday, Neku, by the way. Oh, this is conspicuous. T-minus 90 seconds. Damn, it's more crowded out there than I expected. I don't think our snipers will get a clear shot. Let's hope we won't need them. Did I ever tell you the story of how I joined the CDI? Yeah, you saved Mayor Glover's life when you were still a policeman. I wasn't on duty that day, but when I saw that guy pull out a gun, I didn't hesitate. That's what landed me a job at the CDI. Shit, I was so nervous when the chief invited me for an interview. Nothing had gotten me that nervous again in the 15 years since, until today. If we don't book this guy today, someone will have to take the fall for Bandy's murder, and we are first in line. We'll find out soon enough. I've always wanted to join the CDI, and it seemed like that ship had sailed already. And here I am, because I've always been on the side of justice. And that's why we're going to get through this as well. Good things come to good people, huh? That's what they say. Don't they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions? That's bogus. Oh, so that one's bogus. It's baffling to me that after 15 years in this job, you still believe in some sort of cosmic justice. You said yourself that history had a way of working itself out. History as a whole, maybe, but sometimes the good guys lose. Going down any second, let's focus. Green shirt's being joined by a young woman. Seems to be a date. I can hear suspect. Talking sounds... Oh, suspect A talking sounds homeless. Time is now exactly 8:30. Keep your eyes open. No exact matches of target description yet. Uh-oh. Maybe he shows up late. Road to good intention. It's paved with hell. Person entrance to me looks like a very positive match. Copy, Unit Beta, go after him. He's headed towards the fountain. Can I get an audio feed? I'm not close enough yet. Picking up the pace. He seems to be moving towards the man sitting right ahead. And shaking hands, very likely to be the accomplice. Alright, Beta, move in and make the arrest. Get the suspect and his accomplice. Be discreet. Don't make more noise than you need to. I think they noticed you. Ah, shit. The big guy is getting up. You spooked them. Get a move on. Other guy standing up and reaching into his pocket. Uh-oh. He's got a gun! Watch out, gun! I knew that was coming. Shit! Follow me, Conrad. Oh, you're so freaking fast. Where'd he go? I assume we're going this way. We're running towards the trouble. We got him. I was going to make the arrest when the big guy jumped out of his chair. He started to make a run for it, and the other one pulled a gun on me. Luckily, I was already close enough to grab it. I think nobody got hurt. Excellent work. Did any of the other people running away strike you as suspicious? No, everybody only started moving when the gun discharged. Good, let's bring them in and see what they have to say. See, Conrad, good things come to good people. Oh shit, she's back in ink! So that was Act 1.
Once the adrenaline had worn off, the uncomfortable train seat and glaring sunlight were the only things stopping me from falling asleep. My implants had been injecting me with a substance keeping me alert and focused all night, and now I came crashing down hard. The confrontation at Joris Plaza had been hairier than expected, but catching the sniper and his associate was a huge win. I wondered if this was the beginning of the end of the case, or just its beginning. I finally got up at my stop and left the train, only to suddenly wake up in my seat again and realize it had been a dream. I decided to stand next to the door for the rest of the ride.
You know, it's interesting. I had a dream last night, kind of similar thing. I was like sleeping, and I knew that I was waiting on a text message this morning to figure out what we were going to do with work with all the icy roads. And I don't know what it was, but I randomly had a dream that my alarms were going off and that it was time for me to wake up and check my phone. And I did. I woke up and I checked my phone looking for something from work.
A cool breeze cut into the train cart and through the haze of fatigue when the doors opened. I considered visiting Kat, suddenly feeling an urge to inhale the woody, slightly dusty air in our old apartment. Kat had filled it with what she affectionately called real things. She loved leather, cloth, paper, and plants, and hated the clean metallic surfaces at my apartment. Sometimes I did too.
But when I woke up and put my phone back down, I realized it was 3:30, not 6:30, and I got really confused. Walk home or optional talk to Kat? Alright, I'm down to optionally talk to Kat, but I don't know where her apartment is. Last time we saw Kat was in here. Oh wait, wait, does our daughter live with Kat? I think our apartment's on like the edge of town. Download that news. Pretty sure our apartment's on that way.
Hey, wait a minute. Huh? I know you. You're the guy who came to our flat yesterday. You told that old scumbag to leave my sister alone.
I did.
That was really nice of you, man. Didn't think you uppers would help out to save him. She left this morning, chasing her dream.
Glad I could help. I have to get home now. Have a nice day.
Sure.
Didn't read that. Crap. Thanks. You too. Okay, so this must be. Okay, what is this? Please don't be my apartment. Okay, good. This is Kat's, I think. Except Oh, there's Kat. Okay. For some reason, she looked different before, I think. Oh, hi, Neil. What are you doing here? I just wanted to say hello. Oof. Damn! To Laura. Really? Who are you? It's nice to see you too. Sorry, I'm just surprised. Laura's still asleep upstairs. I wouldn't wake her up if I were you. A late riser just like her mom? More like every teenager ever. Fair enough. You want coffee? No thanks, I'm actually headed to bed. I'm just coming back from work. It's been a long night. Oh, that's rough. Wait, you didn't have anything to do with that shootout that's all over the news right now, did you? Actually, I did. But it was practically over by the time I got there. Oh my god, are you okay? They wouldn't have let me go if I'd caught a bullet. You don't say. I mean, are you emotionally okay? Was I ever? Okay, I get it. You don't want to talk about it. No, it's fine. Sorry. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. What was that whole thing about? Nobody seems to know yet. I can't tell you, but you'll hear it on the news soon enough. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back in one piece. I hate that, but like, you can't tell people classified information. I have to catch the next train if I don't want to be late for work. But if you want, you can stick around till Laura wakes up. We both know that's not going to happen for another hour. True. Well, you can stop by later if you want. I got to run now. Hold on, one more thing. Laura wants to go to a party at one of her classmates' place tonight. I'm not sure if I should let her. She's only 14. But I feel like she has a hard time connecting with her peers, so this could be a good thing. What do you think? Let her go. I went to parties at 14, I was fine. Let her have some fun. Laura's very mature for her age. I'm sure she'll take care of herself. Yeah, you're probably right. See you, Neil. Please don't get yourself shot. What an odd thing to say. Of like Pal World. Do you play Pal World, Fran? Because Becca does, and Neku does, and now Keishi does as well. I think I'm the only one that doesn't. It looks fun. I don't know if it looks like my kind of game, though. News. The Giants are talking. The centrist article by Gustavo Trampo. Okay, see? Fran, we are on literally the same page. I suck at survival games. That's why I don't play them very often. I don't really play The Forest. I don't play, any of those things with a stamina bar, a thirst system, a hunger system. Yeah, I don't do well with any of those things. Unless I can mod the hunger part out of it. Like, the only reason I enjoyed The Forest and I beat The Forest is because I used a mod that made the hunger system and the thirst system way easier to deal with. So, and some people might be like, well, that defeats the purpose. That's like, maybe, but I had more fun. So, while everybody's eyes were trained on Banny and Robertson at the Training Summit's first day, a few other notable discussions were going on in the background. Most notably, the mining giants Dan Kim from Millix and Abbott Dyson Enterprises got together in person for the first time in their lives. Their relationship is tense. While Dyson extracts the majority of Drovia's tellurium, its profits are severely undercut by its status as a colonial entity. By contrast, Millix is not only able to sell its ores directly to places like Femus and New Joran, but it also buys up tellurium from companies like Dyson to resell it at a higher price. The ore prices Gara pays us have not changed in a long time, while costs steadily increase, Dyson complained in a recent interview with the Drovian Trade Journal. At this rate, we won't be able to turn any profit at all in a few years. Millix CEO Kim assured that his company would critically examine the situation, but added that the margins are not that big. The idea that we exploit other mining companies based in Drovia is not based in reality. Whether anything will change between the two companies remains to be seen. However thin they want us to believe their margins to be, it is important to keep in mind that both CEOs are billionaires with a history of underpaying their workers, cutting corners, and initiating mass layoffs whenever their companies have faced financial problems in the past. The only exception is Don't Starve or Minecraft for me. I played Don't Starve. I had the same issue with Don't Starve, but it is a fun game. I've never played Minecraft. So, but I have played other survival games like 7 Days to Die, stuff like that. Same things though. The hunger and the thirst system are, ugh. There's only one thirst system I subscribe to. And what is that? Level 90 variant, Dungeon Final Fantasy 14, and one of the options is to befriend a fairy. She becomes the boss of the gun. Nice, but if you're friends with her, she doesn't attack you or anything, right? Oh, the best man. Oh. I would like to go home, please.
I got into the elevator and leaned against a wall. I was so tired in that moment that my reflex of emotional repression whenever I saw Kat didn't seem to work anymore. It hit me with an unusual clarity that, even a decade after it had ended, I hadn't ever fully let go of her.
Oh, we still love her.
I wasn't sure what to make of it, whether to be happy or to finally push myself to it. I concluded that I would probably just go back to repressing it altogether.
No! Welcome. Hey, Horace, how's it going? We need to feed Horace this time for sure. Last time we pet him. I wish you could do two things at once. I want to pet. Alright, let's go to sleep in our suit again. We never take these clothes off.
Waking up in the early evening was disorienting. I sat up on my bed and allowed the memories from the previous night to pour back in. Banny's body, the hotel, Lila, the shootout. I tried to put it all in an order that made sense and got on my way back to work. A hint of the good mood that had overcome me outside of the villa returned. Once again, it stemmed from what had made me join the CDI many years ago. The feeling of doing something instead of taking a back seat and waiting for death. There was a time when a lack of purpose threatened to consume me, lurking underneath meaningless daily routines and self-doubt sabotaging everything I did. Walking among the people outside, I felt even more alienated than usual. It was like they lived in another reality. Many were just getting out of work, looking to do some shopping, meet a friend, have a drink. Maybe I would find my way back to that reality one day. I wanted to, yet at the same time hated the thought of it.
Her layer of skin. No, why can't I pet the iguana thing? Also, if I woke up in the late evening, I'd probably get up, maybe think about eating dinner, watch something on Netflix or Crunchyroll, and put my ass back to bed. I ain't gonna lie, I'd be asleep so fast. I'd be like, well, I gotta eat and drink some stuff to survive, but other than that, I'm going to bed. News? No. No news. Oh, dang, I can't go back and see Laura. Sucks. Oh. Oh shit! Oh dude, banger! Hello, fellow citizens. We are the liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and reason. These values have been integral to our society for centuries. But lately, they have increasingly come under threat. Religious radicals calling themselves the Savient Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government on Drovia. The Savient faith is based on superstition and rejects science, to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago today what happens when a Savient state is left to its own devices.
We can't let history repeat itself. We demand President Robertson end this madness now. Put a stop to all independence talks and reinstate full Garian rule. We removed the radical Savian Joseph Banny to get it started. Oh shit. If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Savian lives will be spent to protect our collective future. The Savian population of Ngara will be taken hostage until the Garian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must stand up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. It won't be as silent as the first one. There were several gunfights and other stuff. It wasn't that silent. What's this? Hey, what's up, Mag? This is Lacuna, a pixel story-driven detective game in space. Conrad, did you see that? Yeah. It was on all screens across the city. Come to HQ immediately. Silent, but exactly. And it didn't smell good either. Just in case. I wanted to see if it'll let me talk to my wife, or ex-wife again. Freaking President Robertson. I have a feeling we're gonna talk to him at some point. Probably not any point soon, though. Wait, needs ghost pepper sauce is really good. Ooh. Sounds dangerous. But you'll have to give us a report once all the digestion's done. And you know, you have that first bathroom post ghost pepper sauce. That's the report that we need, because it might be tame going in, but might be a big yikes. Ah, Harry. Harry, what are you doing out here? Thinking. Strange how the city looks the same as always, as if nothing happened. But that's a good thing, right? Fucking Liberators, ridiculous name. From whom are they liberating us? From a handful of superstitious lowers? Pathetic bullshit. Every single institution on this planet upholds the freedom of our people and their values. It's not like we're letting some religious fanatics take over the solar system. And somehow we didn't know anything about those fuckers before everyone else did. One more thing we missed. At least we booked the sniper and his associate. They're both being interrogated downstairs. So far, they're not very cooperative. Do we at least know who they are? We scanned them. The sniper's a complete ghost. He got a fake ID right before he checked into that hotel. The other guy is a businessman from Drovia. His name is Abraham Gonzalez. He's the CEO of a company called Power Up. They manufacture Tylanium-based batteries. Both the guy and his company seem harmless, no criminal record. Strange. Why would someone from Drovia help an anti-Drovian terror organization? I have no clue. What about the woman? Any updates on her? Nothing so far. But we do have another lead. Saito is trying to find out where the announcement was broadcast from earlier. The most important lead are those two douchebags in our basement. You have a way with words, Conrad. Get down there and see if you can get them to talk. Will do. Did we secure the drive the sniper tried to hand over? Yeah. What's on it? Chief said the Attorney General seized it. She said she has to evaluate if we have the required clearance level. AG, are you kidding me? That's a crucial piece of evidence. We need it. I suppose they'll let us in on it. No, let us in on it soon. There's no time to waste. We have to assume the next attack is less than 48 hours away. The higher-ups know what they're doing. Think? Let it go, Conrad. Go talk to the chief yourself if you have a problem. One more thing. There's an article about Gonzalez's company in the news today. You might want to download it and have a look. News. I gotta find the... Oh, here it is. Bloop. Power Up battles bankruptcy. Reported by Adam Lee from the New NJ Times. I almost said the New Jersey Times. That might be... Oh, it's the New Joran, right? Isn't that what they're called? It's no secret that the Drovia-based Power Up, one of the planet's most important battery producers, has been facing monetary difficulties for several months now. Technological developments over the last few years made Tylanium the most efficient material to build high-performance batteries, overtaking lithium and others by far when it comes to battery life and weight.
However, since Drovia is a Garian colony with no economic autonomy, Power Up doesn't have the right to buy its titanium directly from the mining companies based on Drovia. The latter are forced to sell the resource to Gara, which in turn sells the titanium to all companies processing the material, including those on Drovia. In light of this development, it has become increasingly difficult for non-Garian companies to keep prices competitive. This has put Power Up, like many others, in an increasingly difficult spot. It did not come as a surprise, therefore, when its CEO and founder, Abraham Gonzalez, publicly supported the cause of the Drovian fight for independence last week. As representative of the Association of Drovian Electrics Companies, he accompanied Minister Bani on his business trip to Gara to defend the interests of his industry during the discussions between Drovia and Gara. Okay, let's go talk to the chief, just because it's optional. This is the chief's office. And you can rest assured that we know what we are doing. I didn't question that, but that data is one of the most important pieces of evidence we have right now. I need more pictures of Spider-Man. The Liberator said that their next attack will take place in 48 hours. That's pretty damn soon. We really need to take into account everything we've got if we want to catch those guys in time. I already told you that the contents of that stick won't help you find them. How can you say that? Having a better idea of your enemy's motivation is always important. And you know that. You yourself was director of the CDI for over a decade. Liam, please. I've got a lot on my plate right now. I don't have time to discuss this over and over again. The data is about something that happened during your time at the CDI, isn't it? What are you talking about? I looked at my cell's history and saw which folder that woman navigated to. I don't have the access rights, but I'd really like to know what's in there. There was a lot going on in 1800. Let me be very clear, Liam. I can't work with a chief who doesn't trust my judgment and questions my orders. We've been doing this for a long time, Amelia. I deeply respect everything you have done for the Garian state, but as a CDI chief, I see it as my duty to protect all Garian citizens, and I'm sure that's in your best interest as well. I don't have time for this now. I'll let you know what the next steps are going to be. Agent? Madam Tiny Hands? Good evening, Agent. Where you going? Where you going? Ah, well, let me follow her in there. Wait, maybe we'll. Oh. Oh, don't let me in there. Alright, let's go talk to the chief. Yeah, basically. Good evening, Chief. Agent Conrad, how can I help you? About that data on the storage module. Gary told me we didn't have access yet. Yeah, that's correct. Honestly, I don't understand why parts of the puzzle are being kept from us. It makes no sense. I agree. Listen, Conrad, I'm currently trying to find out what that data is about and why we don't get access. Don't you have a suspicion at least? You know what was on your cell when it was accessed. The data was on the CDI network, and apparently it was something I don't normally have access to. Until I know what exactly we're looking at, I'd like to ask you to respect the chain of command. I'm getting an important call any second. We can talk later. No. Goodbye, Conrad. Okay, go to the basement. Beyond Body. Dear Mr. Conrad, an update is available for your following body enhancement. Eyes plus, thighs plus, and chest plus. Please make sure to download and install the latest firmware from our website within the next 10 days. Beyond Body team. How do I download the thigh update? Can't talk to you yet. Guys. But yeah, it's like a mystery adventure game in like a pixel art style. Hey Holloway, I've been told that our guests are eagerly awaiting me. They sure are. I suggest you talk to Gonzalez first. It's the usual rich guy crap with him. He's going to be surrounded by lawyers in a few hours. At that point, it's going to be hard to get any more out of him. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it that people can just buy their way out of here? We're lucky he's from Drovia, so he doesn't have a lawyer here yet. But he does have a Drovian lawyer on the line right now who's going to annoy the hell out of you. He's somewhere in space and has a communication delay of about 30 seconds from what I understand. So if you want answers, you better have a strategy to make him talk quickly, because you can be sure that lawyer is going to shoot your questions down once they reach his ears. He's also going to call you on your bluff, so be careful. Got it, thanks. Slido did some digging and compiled a number of documents that could be useful for your interrogation. First, he gathered some basic information on Gonzalez and put it on the pinboard over there. You can take a look at it with your AR module. Second, he pulled a list with all incoming and outgoing calls from Gonzalez's phone. I'll send that to your cell. Dude, we got 30 seconds. For the first Sherlock novel, dude, the novels are so good. And if you have any more evidence that incriminates our guy, go over it before you go in. I will, thank you. You're welcome. Let me know when you're ready. Ooh, okay. Here. Adam Richard Kenneth Gonzalez. Or I'm sorry, Abraham Richard Kenneth Gonzalez. Imagining him with like 3 first names. Date of birth 1790. Born on New Joran. Single Savient. Drovia Sector 1 since 1830. So 40 years before he moved there. 1810 1815, degree in engineering at New Joran Elite University, Piston College for Engineering and Business. So that's when he was 20. 1815 to 1820, trainee on Drovia for 5 years. 1820, foundation of Power Up, PE grant for young founders in 1820, and then he's been the CEO ever since. So at 30, he became the CEO. Okay. Cell records. Let's see. He got an incoming call at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock at night, he made an outgoing call. What is that? 2 p.m. He made an outgoing call. At 11 on the 3rd, he got an incoming call. I believe that's 11 in the morning. 22:55. Was that 10:55? He placed an outgoing call. At 11 at night, he got an incoming call. Okay, probably from the guy, Boyd, because they said there was a call at 11. And then an incoming call at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day. This is going to be pretty tough because I don't know what I need to know before going into the room. Because it said, like, review all your clues. That one doesn't help. That doesn't help. None of these help. Nope. Hand drum symbol in the middle might be relevant. Okay, might need to keep that one. Keep track of that one. Wonder Why Detective Mysteries aren't a big category in gaming. Seems like a perfect fit. Oh, they're awesome. I love games like this. I think I got a bunch of Agatha Christie games on my wish list. The Ace Attorney games are awesome. I think one of the reasons why people don't play more of these is if it's a game that's popular, it is very easy for backseaters to like come all up in the chat while, you know, you're trying to play the game and just spoil everything. That's why, like, I see it all the time with like Ace Attorney. Someone will be like, oh, well, let's play the Ace Attorney games, and then someone will just come in and like spoil the entire case for them. So you ready? Sure. I am.